Welcome back to the final part of the 6 o'clock show, where Aisling Larkin is keeping us epi-curious by putting a twist on the humble spud. Come on, Aisling.
You, my friend, are on fire tonight. That is good. That is good. I like that. Yes, the humble potato. We're going to do Bombay potatoes with fried eggs and a lovely kind of creamy garlicky dressing. So I'm actually going to start by doing the hardest job. This is how hard this gets this evening. I'm going to fry a few eggs, right? I'm going to crack the eggs into the pan. I'm just going to put those on while I show you everything else. You could, by the way, poach your eggs, by all accounts, for this.
Keep it a little bit. That can go wrong, though.
Vinegar, a little bit of vinegar in your saucepan.
And the whisk.
Create your vortex.
Create the vortex.
And drop it into the middle.
The pressure's too much. Frying is easier. Frying is easier.
It's kind of, you get away with it. Nobody really minds how the old fried egg turns out.
Is poaching not healthier?
Oh, it is, yeah, totally. But you do get a lovely crispy edge on the bottom of these potato or eggs this evening. So that's why we're going to go with those. I'm just going to turn them down just a little bit, let them cook
fried or boiled?
I have them fried in butter. I'm disappointed you're not using butter. If you're going to make a fried egg, it has to be butter.
Yeah, and it does. It gets the golden kind of colour on the bottom. Yeah,
okay, interesting.
Right.
Maybe not super healthy, but you know.
No, a little bit of both. I think the best actually would be a little bit of both, right? So what we're going to do tonight is, like I said, Bombay potatoes. It's like an Indian spice potato dish, and this one is so easy, perfect midweek. You know, if you've got kids going training, or you've got someone's heading out for the evening and there's a lot going on and you kind of need something you can maybe prep earlier on in the day when everybody's out and about, or you just want something that it can be served up at 5 o'clock and it'll be fine, and if you kind of reheat it at 7 o'clock, it'll still be fine.
Are you finding that with family life? Like, it's, I think we're all just getting used to it again, aren't we? Post-COVID, all the taxi and the training and the this and the that and the lot.
And eating at different times. And ideally, everybody would sit together and eat together, but it's not always possible.
No.
So this is lovely. The other way this is beautiful, by the way, is few glasses of whatever at the weekend brunch, weekend brunch.
Yes.
You've got it all. You've got the spice, you've got the fat, you've got the salt, you've got the acid, the heat, everything.
Are you saying it's good for hangover?
I am.
Yeah. Love it.
Fantastic.
Perfect. That's what we need to hear.
And I'm keeping it really easy, right? So what I'm putting in here is a paste. So it's a curry paste. You can use a balti paste, you can use a korma, a tikka. You can, by all accounts, make your own. You could use your spices. Basically, it's like cumin, turmeric, coriander seeds, curry powder, garam masala. But again, life is busy now that we're all settling back into new routines. So it's like, how do we do all of that? So I want to keep it really easy. Potatoes in. I'm literally tossing it around in the paste, right? Now, curry paste is quite dry. It does have a lot of spice, as we said, so you do need to balance it. And it sounds a little bit unusual, but there's a pinch of sugar going in. And that pinch of sugar just balances out the spices, and then a pinch of salt as well. And then they go on a roasting tray in the oven, 220. Start them nice and hot for the first couple of minutes. Turn them down to 180.
What, after 5 minutes or so?
About 5 or 10 minutes, yeah. And then all you're going to do is let them cook away. So I'm going to show you the ones that I have ready to go. So I'm just going to pop these here. And these have been cooked. They are so delish. So I'm going to take these out. So you can see already they've kind of gone crispy and golden on the outside. And like the potato is the star of the show with this. It's just really easy. Eggs are looking good. Yeah, it's just, last week, do you remember I mentioned this flexitarian lifestyle?
Yes.
And I had a couple of messages afterwards kind of saying, what's flexitarian? It basically means that you're having, I suppose, it's a bit more sustainable in that you're increasing your amount of fruit and vegetables, increasing your amount of grains, less meat, not no meat, but just if you're having meat, have the best quality meat you can have, but in moderation. So it's just about that balance. It's a little bit about kind of that budget style of things.
Yeah, actually, when you talk about sustainable, Conor, Aisling has a really good point that when you're pregnant, maternity wear is probably the most sustainable. It's probably the first time I became really sustainable is that you just pass around the same good dresses because you're only wearing them for maybe 6 months.
Absolutely, and the thing is, we should be doing that for our babies as well. Because let's face it, the babies don't wear these clothes out. By the way, I'm just really concerned, Aisling, because there's 2 eggs in the frying pan and there's 4 of us in the kitchen.
And more people on the floor. Also.
I know, I am sorry. There's only the 2 eggs.
Don't worry, there's 2 here. We can get them going after.
We can split them. We can split them up. What I did beforehand was I wilted a little bit of spinach as well. So I'm adding a little bit of spinach into this, and now I'm going to show you the dressing. And this just brings it all together, and it makes it sing. I have Greek yogurt. You can use 10% fat, 0 fat, full fat, whatever you want, so you don't use like a cream or a creme fraiche. Really nice. Into that, I'm going to crush some garlic. Now, this dressing is fabulous on just a regular salad. If you want to make like burgers, it's really nice kind of on burgers. If you were doing like pita pockets for lunch, it's really light. It's quite low calorie, low fat, but packs a really big punch of flavour. So it's really nice. So you've got your fresh garlic. You have your yogurt, your fresh garlic. Into that, I have a combination of mint, dill, parsley, basil, whatever you have in the fridge or in the garden. And actually, another really good top tip, if you buy your herbs like this in the supermarket, they'll last for longer. They'll regrow on your windowsill. Or if you can plant them on a little window box, as opposed to buying the ones in the packet, because they only last a couple of days.
Yeah, more sustainable.
More sustainable, yeah. So it's those
we're
little...
learning.
Oh, yeah.
We're trying.
It's all for you, Conor.
By the way, repot them because they pack all the plants into small little pots to make them look prettier in the supermarket. So the first thing you should do is take them out of the little supermarket pot, put them into a bigger pot, and they last way longer.
This is why we bring them back again and again and again and again. But these nuggets.
Jeremy Daly told me that.
Some lemon zest as well, some pepper and salt, or just a little pepper?
Salt, black pepper, yeah, and then it's all the herbs. And the more herbs you can get in, genuinely, the better it is, because you'll have the flavour. And the mint, think about mint with a curry, like it's that cooling effect. You've got something like dill and potatoes, they're classic. So actually you might think about putting them all together, but it's really lovely. And I think of all the students going back to college who haven't had to fend for themselves ever in the last while, and they'll need a couple of nice recipes for during the week. So for the mammies and the dads at home, I think if you've anyone heading off to college, don't let them go without this recipe, because it's a really nice one. So you dollop on your beautiful lemony garlic dressing. So you've got, you know, the potatoes are quite dry and quite crisp with the spices, but then you've got that dressing with them, you've got the eggs. So actually, you don't need the meat. You don't miss the meat in a dish like this. Some lovely little red chilies, red peppers on top, garnish it with a little bit of coriander, a little bit of basil, something like that. And that's it. It's incredibly easy.
While you finish up there, we were asking you for any of your treasure trove finds that you may have found in charity shops in a bid to be more sustainable. Helen Walsh tweeted us to say, I got a new pair of Manolo Blahniks for €10 in an NCBI charity shop in my size, #joy. So that's the thing, to get your size. So good.
The truth is, if they weren't in her size, she still would have bought them.
You'd squeeze your foot into that, I'm sure.
Them, absolutely. Mary also got in touch to say, as well as clothes, second-hand shops are actually amazing for books. You can pick up some real gems for really low prices.
Chloe said, I found a gorgeous Burberry bag in a charity shop in Derry. The woman who served me might not have realised its worth because she sold it to me for £4. Wow.
There it is in all its glory.
Okay. Somebody else has been in touch. Mary in Tipperary has asked, could someone please explain, and Conor, you're the guy for this, what is going on with pensions? On the news today, it was suggested that we may have to work for 40 years to qualify for one. Am I going to have to work into old age to get a pension?
No, I wouldn't be panicking just yet. It's a report that hasn't gone before government. When it does go before government, it'll be rolled out very, very slowly. The reality is people are going to have to work beyond 65, or at least a lot of people are going to have to work beyond 65 in the years into the future, because we just can't afford to pay for it.
We're an ageing nation.
And that, you know, it's actually a good news story, because people are now living much longer than they were when the pension age was set at 65. So it's a good news story, and it means that people who are able to work beyond 65 should, I think, have the choice, not necessarily be forced to work beyond 65, but the reality is the state pension probably won't kick in until 66, 67, 68, and later as the decades progress.
Okay, so at the moment this is just a suggestion.
Wouldn't be worried about it just yet.
A lot of opposition as well.
Absolutely, yeah. No, absolutely.
Okay. We're starved.
Why am I in the bold corner?
Dig in.
Because you're not getting one of the eggs.
Exactly, I'm going to have to fry my own egg, absolutely. Oh, God, it looks absolutely gorgeous, Aisling.
It looks amazing.
It's so tasty. You've got that lovely balance, like I said, of the salty, the sweet. You've got a little bit of the spice with the richness of the egg yolk. It's, really good.
And what are the herbs you put on just there?
A little bit of chili flakes. So really spicy chili flakes. If you like that extra bit of heat, that's really lovely. So I'm going to serve you guys up something.
Yeah.
Please.
Dig in.
Anna wants to know...
I get one potato. Lovely. That's it. One potato, Conor's getting the rest. It's just not fair.
Anna wants to know very quickly, Aisling, can you use harissa paste in the recipe?
Yes, absolutely. That would be really lovely. Brilliant idea. Yeah, super idea.
Very good. How's your potato?
I haven't even tried it yet. I'm still waiting for a bit of egg. Shocking.
Anyway, sorted.
Okay, and that's all we got time for. Thank you to all of our guests for joining us, and to Aisling, of course, for tonight's dinner, which Conor is eating on his own.
Tomorrow with internationally renowned comedian Josh Widdicombe is going to join us. We'll see you back here for that. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.